Hey, what's up guys, it's Dre here and welcome to a different video today that I wanted to bring you guys. I wanted to do something that I've been thinking about for a while, and Team of the Season is literally around the corner, and EA are going to be releasing specific Team of the Seasons throughout the whole of maybe April, May, maybe differently because of the World Cup. But I've thought that every single year there has been an EA community Team of the Season, which is like a most consistent, where the community votes on the players who haven't had informs throughout the year, and they've voted on these players that they think should deserve a special card. They've been good in real life, but they haven't had an inform. So consistency throughout the year. They've been good, but they haven't got an inform. Players like Andy Robertson, pretty much, for Liverpool. He's been very good, but no inform for him at the moment. But I'm going to change that now. I don't think EA should do that this year. I think they should spice it up. And this year, I want them to do an FIFA Team of the Season. Now, this may sound crazy, but a Team of the Season of the best players that people have used in FIFA, voted by the community, and then make him a Team of the Season card. It would make the game so much fun. You're going to see the players I'm going to pick. I picked the specific players in which I think have been the best players this year to use, like the most impressive players I've used, I've seen people used, and the most used players pretty much are going to be put on here today. So if you like this video, and please smash that like button, and if you want to see more content, then please subscribe. So as you can see, I've picked the formation 4-3-3. We're going to do the bench and we're going to do the reserves as well. So we're going to start off in goal. I'm using custom squad builder for this on Foothead. We're going to start off in goal. Now my first choice for me is Fireman. Now I've come up against this guy a lot of the time. For me, he would, if he was picked, he would get a 90 rated Team of the Season. I'm not going to do all the stats. I'm not going to look at all that, but I'm just going to put the rating. For me, Fireman would get that because Fireman this year has been outstanding in goal. Last year, he was good anyway in goal, but he might even get one anyway. Remember, these players might get Team of the Seasons anyway, but they've just been re-released. Do you know what I mean? So we could implement that. But Fireman has been outstanding this year, guys. He's been absolutely brilliant to use. So fun to use. It's been ridiculous. I've loved using his card all year pretty much. It's really enjoyable to use, and it seems like as well when I come against him, he's always good. Like there's never a time where I think I've seen Fireman let so many goals in unless they're like tap-ins. So for me, it has to be Fireman. For the best goalkeeper that I've seen this year, definitely going to go with Fireman. At right back, I'm going to go with this is a hard choice, but I think I'm going to pick Kyle Walker, to be honest, because for me, again, he's had another year where he's just so damn good, and I think I'm going to give him a 91 rated Team of the Season card. I think he'll get one anyway for the Premier League, but he's been that good he could get in the FIFA Team of the Season. He's outstanding, and this card, when it does come out, is going to be mental, and it's going to be used by a lot of pros. A lot of pros use Walker. They do use Valencia as well, but a lot of pros do like to use Kyle Walker, and he's absolutely brilliant. I don't use him in the Rise of Rashford at the moment, but I may change Valencia. But for me, Valencia at the moment has been brilliant, so we're going to keep it at that. The partner next to him is a player that I've used pretty much throughout the whole of FIFA and the whole of the Rise of Rashford, and that is actually Eric Bailly. Can you imagine if EA released this Team of the Season card? A 90 rated Bailly, because he's been the best defender this year. I know there's icons, and I know I'm not including icons, but these are base players that have been absolutely brilliant. And Eric Bailly, for me, has just been unbelievable. Unbelievable to use, so fun to use, and I've used him for about 200 games in my Rise of Rashford series. I can't take him out. I cannot take him out. I want to make a team without him, but I just can't. He's that good. He has to be in the team for me. And it's just his pace, his defending. He's always strong. He's never bullied off the ball. It's fantastic. Definitely going to be Eric Bailly for me as the other one. Now this one isn't a really OP defender, but he's very good. And it's Jerome Boateng. This year he's been brilliant. I think I'd give him a 94 Team of the Season. He's been fantastic again this year. So good to use. It's that little trio, and you'll see it in a minute, of the Bayern Munich, which has been you see that in FUT Champions so much. The trio of Boateng, the left back, and the CM, in which we'll get to in the video. But you'll see how good this trio is. It dominates every single time. And to be fair, if you're going to win the weekend league, that is probably one way to go about it. It's certainly to get that Jerome Boateng in there. I definitely would recommend you picking him up. I would pick him up. I think he's got an inform now. Yeah, that's the inform. I don't know how much that inform is, but it's probably expensive. Probably like 300, 200, 300k. But yeah, you're getting a world-class defender in there, and he's fantastic to use and really fun to use anyway. For left back, I probably wouldn't go with David Alaba. I'd actually go with a player who I've used on my main account, and that is Alexandro, a player who is brilliant to use, so fun, so enjoyable. His left back card is fantastic. His base card, never mind an inform card. Everyone got really upset when his inform card was at left wing. They really didn't like that, and they didn't like the fact that he wasn't going to be put at left back. But then his Path to Glory came out, and the left back card was, people use that now, and it honestly is ridiculous to come against. Even going forward, I think he scored so many goals against me. Like, he's got 69 shooting, but look at them stats, like 83 dribbling, 82 defending, 85 physical, 87 pace on that left back card. Like, that is mental. So certainly for me would be Sandro, who goes in there. He's been absolutely brilliant in that defence. And that back line is probably the best back line I think you're going to see this year. Except for Icons, obviously. But that is just formidable for me. Fantastic back line. The next player is going to be Goretzka. Now, this player I have used as well, but I haven't used as much as many others. I'd probably give him a 91 team of the season. I normally upgrade it by 6, so 91 team of the season for Goretzka. He's probably going to get one anyway for the Bundesliga. I couldn't see him not getting one, but can you imagine that card? Look at the card now. I mean, the card's good enough now. You see it so many times in FUT Champs, Goretzka coming against you. And the good thing about Goretzka is he can do the cam and he can do the CDM. He can do everything in that midfield. And you could literally put him anywhere. He's so good to link up. He's a great Bundesliga player. I'm trying to implement more leagues into this as well. I don't want it just to be Premier League, because I know that most of people use the Premier League, but you have to look at other leagues and what they have in the teams, and they have been brilliant. Any suggestions, guys, make sure you leave it in the comments of your favourite players, and I will certainly take a look. The middle centre mid, who won't get a team of the season, but if this did happen, probably would, is Bakayoko. The amount of people that have used this Bakayoko card is mental. It is crazy on how good he is in CM. Unbelievable. I use him on the rise of Rashford. I actually did not like this guy completely. I stayed away from him. I preferred Matic until really recently. Then Matic was a bit too slow on the ball, and Bakayoko would be so quick. Defend, get the ball out. You don't want it in that area. FUT Champs is really difficult to keep it in the midfield in that area, because people just go attack you and they're through. So Bakayoko for me does that job perfectly. He's fantastic. The amount of people, the amount of times you will see Bakayoko this year, it's like you'll see your Bakayoko pretty much in every team. It's ridiculous. So certainly would be him in there. A player next on the list, people may disagree with this one, but I'm going to go with a Paul Pogba. I don't think he'll get a 96. I would give him a 94, because I think that's too good giving him a 96 team of the season. I mean, that could obviously get upgraded by 6. But Pogba this year on FIFA is brilliant. Unbelievable player, box to box, how you want him in real life if you're a Man United fan like me. You want him like that in real life, but he's outstanding in this game. He dominates that midfield, doesn't let anyone go through. You can go forward with him. He's tall, wins headers, he's strong, he can do long shots, free kicks. Unbelievable from him. You put Bakayoko and Paul Pogba in the same team, you've got a good partnership, because one stays back, one keeps going forward, and that is what they should do in real life. Mourinho, watch this space. Mourinho gets Bakayoko and puts Pogba in there as well, because he's played FIFA. But certainly in this game, Pogba, outstanding. I can't wait to get him for the rise of Rashford if we do ever get him, but I can't wait if we're going to get him. He's outstanding. Definitely would go straight into that Premier League team in which I am using. On the left is a player I'm loving, and I've now chucked at striker, is Anthony Martial, a player who's been used a lot this year, and he is really good again this year. Last year was fantastic. He got a striker card actually, I think, last year, in which people would use him. He's brilliant this year. He's outstanding. The amount of shots that he can get on target, he bullies people, his pace, his passing even is quite good. You know, the only bad thing about Martial, I think he doesn't come back enough. He doesn't do his job back. But going forward, that's not what you're looking at. You're looking at left forward, and I put him at left forward. I put him at striker actually this time, and he does a job there. Really, Martial does a really good job at left forward or striker. So if you got a striker card, certainly that would be really good. I'm going to go to the right wing now. I'm going to go for a player who didn't expect to be this good this year, and that is actually going to be Hirving Lozano. No one really knew about this guy until this year. I've heard of him. I heard of a couple of rumours that United wanted to buy him. Chucky, I think Man City wanted to buy him as well. Unless they have one, unless you guys tell me that. But Lozano this year has been in every bench, every team. You can now partner him up with that informed Arias, and he just fits in every team. He's unreal. He would have 99 pace on that team season card. He would have incredible shooting, incredible dribbling. He'd be like Messi on steroids. It would be mental, this card. Really, if people would compare him to Messi, they would compare him to Messi. So certainly Lozano for me would be probably one of the best right wingers to use. Alessandrini might get a position in there. We'll have to see for that. I couldn't think Alessandrini over Lozano. I think Lozano's used more than Alessandrini, certainly, this year. Now, my striker, this was a real tough choice, but the striker who I thought, and I really thought people use this guy a lot, and that was Gabriel Jesus. I've picked Jesus because he is a brilliant striker. I try and avoid using him because people hate using the same cards. I hate using the same cards. I really do, but I can't. This card is ridiculous. Like, it does so much damage to players. There are other strikers in the game, like, don't get me wrong, that are really good. But for me, Jesus is the best. Jesus is certainly the best card at striker for me. He's unreal. He's pace, he's shooting, he's even strong somehow. Like, they've made his dribbling as well. Like, everything about him is good. So, certainly look at Jesus for that position. Definitely would be Jesus. For the striker, and that for me is the best team you're going to get this year of best players that I have seen and I've come against and I've used. Certainly would be that, but there are benches and there are reserves, so certainly we'll go to the bench now. Players that could have got in but haven't just made it in. So we'll start with the sub goalkeeper. I'm going to go with this guy. I think I've used him a lot this year. I think I started to use him in the rise of Rashford, then I got Schmeichel. It would be Edison. Now I'm going to go with the 92 team of the season for him. I think he's going to get one anyway, but I think if he had to be the FIFA team of the season, I think he'd be probably the second best goalkeeper in the game. There would also be De Gea. De Gea would probably get in there somehow because De Gea is a very good goalkeeper. But Edison, for cheapness and for how many people use him, certainly. Begovic as well is a very good shout, but he's been very good. I've used him. I might get his ones to watch card or his inform somewhere. I might just wait and then maybe get the team of the season, but it's a really good card, a really fun card to use, this Edison. So certainly look at picking him up. The next position, or the next sub, is going to be Antonio Valencia, if I can spell it. There we go, Valencia. Outstanding card. I've used him pretty much, again, with Bailly. It's him and Bailly's partnership, which I've been using in the rise of Rashford this year, and it's been fantastic. He is unbelievable. I think he might get this anyway, but he's been outstanding this year, Valencia. He's been absolutely brilliant. I can't really think of another right back off the top of my head that's been as good as him, really, except for Walker. So he might get one anyway in the Premier League, but for the FIFA one, he's been outstanding as well. I want that inform so badly. If he doesn't get his team this season, you watch that inform skyrocket because people are going to want that card. He's unreal to use. Really enjoyable player. Definitely, even as non-informed, get that card. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, the next player I'm going to go with is actually a very good player anyway, and it's a player in which I've come against so many times, but I haven't used him, and that is Sergio Ramos. Now, I know he's very good on this game anyway, but for me, he's one of the best centre-backs in the game. He's outstanding to use. He's always does the job. His team of the year looks outstanding. I mean, he's always doing the right things. He never lets a goal past him. When you come against him, I literally don't want to play. I can't be bothered to play against that Ramos. He is unreal to use. He's fun. For me, he's the best. So definitely one of the best. So I wouldn't put him in my main one. because I haven't used him. That's the only reason I wouldn't put my main one, but certainly would make the bench Sergio Ramos, definitely. Next to him, I'm going to go with the left back, and I'm going to go with that partnership again with the Boateng, and that is David Alaba. Now this, I haven't used his inform, I haven't used his normal card, but the amount of times I come against him and he dominates me is ridiculous. It's that partnership of Boateng, Alaba, and the midfielder you'll see in a minute, but certainly Alaba helps that trio partnership, trio flourish. He scores so many goals. Even the FUT birthday one now has come out as well, so maybe you could go for that one. But left back Alaba is brilliant to use, and every year he's always there. And he's always one of the best. Sandro this year kind of overtaken him, but last year it was Alaba, and this probably will stay Alaba for me. If he gets that anyway in the Bundesliga, I don't know how well he's done in the Bundesliga, but if he gets that, that'll be an amazing card to use. Now, the centre mid in which I've been talking about, we're going to put him in now, and that is Arturo Vidal. Now, that trio there is unreal. It's probably worthy of putting it into the main team instead of maybe Goretzka. But Goretzka for me, I've used more than Vidal. Vidal is brilliant. So many pro players use that trio. It's ridiculous because it just does the job. Not thinking of icons there, but they prefer Vidal sometimes to some icons out there. So Vidal is brilliant. He deserves to be brilliant with that rating, but 92 card, along with that Alaba and the Boateng, that is ridiculous for him. Anyway, now this player is hard to choose. I've gone with someone. I've gone with Alessandrini. Now, it's because he's been used so much this year. I think he deserves to be in there somehow. He's been fantastic to use. He's been really enjoyable. He's been high up on the list of players that change the game. You enjoy using Alessandrini. I know I've used this card. It's fantastic. Super sub. He's always on there. Him and Lozano, I couldn't choose between the two. I had to pick Lozano for me, but Alessandrini certainly makes the bench. And how many people time to use this card, is mental. Absolutely crazy. So certainly would put him in. Next to him, I would go with a player who is quality as well, and that is, if I can actually spell it, is Kylian Mbappe. A card in which, again, brilliant to use, fun to use. I think he's going to get one anyway, but if he doesn't, then even this card, not Team of the Year, even this card would be fantastic to use. He's a brilliant card. A striker, he's lethal. It's his pace. I think it's his pace. It's shooting as well. It's not like he's that strong as well. You can muscle him off the ball. That's probably why I didn't put him instead of Jesus. Jesus seems to be stronger, but he's just so quick. He's electric. Once he's gone, he's gone. And he's so skillful as well in the game. He's hard to take the ball off. And pro players use him on the right and they bring him on. So I'm going to put him up front. I think a striker, he's phenomenal. So definitely for me would be Mbappe to fit that spot. On the reserves, I'm actually going to go with a defender. And a little bit surprised here. I wanted to go with a few surprise players that may have made it for me and who I've come against have been really good. Koulibaly this year has been brilliant to use, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what is it like. Is he generally good in the game? Like, is that a surprise? Am I not really surprised? But he's just brilliant. He's strong. He's good defending. He's got some pace. Can you imagine that team of the season? He had one last year. That was mental. That team of the season card. So this one, if he did get brought out, would be even it'd be crazy. So certainly would be Koulibaly for me in that centre half position. Next to him, I'm going to go with someone very common who's unreal, and that is Neymar. He's going to get on anyway. I mean, that's just inevitable. But, I mean, this card is fantastic. Unbelievable. Even on FUT Draft, when you've picked him, he's ridiculous to use. He's so fun to use. It's ridiculous. I see him a lot in teams. You see him everywhere, pretty much in teams. He's really fun. A really good card. A really enjoyable card to use. And he's just one of those guys that you just take and just skill everyone with and just have fun with the card. Like, you want to have fun with FIFA, and that is a player you can have fun with. So much fun with Neymar. Definitely. On the reserves as well, I'm going to go with a Nainggolan. Now again, a player in which I'm not going to go with that one. Let's change that one actually. Let's not go with that Nainggolan. Let's go with the other one. the one where he's looking. There we go. We're going to go with that 9 Galam there. I'm going to make him a 92 centre mid. Now this card anyways is unreal. Look at stats, all over 80. People use him, pro players use him. He's brilliant. He does the job. He hasn't been as good this year. I don't think he hasn't got the hype this year. I think last year he had that hype where every stat was over 90. He was amazing. He got so many informs last year. This year, he's kind of gone off a bit. You know, he's gone off a bit, like, not that good, but good. You know, he's really good. So pro players use him, and he's one of the most used players in the game, so certainly has to go in there. Raja 9 Galam. This one may be a bit of a surprise, but I'm going to go with it anyway, and that's Kostas Manolas. There we go, we got it out. An unreal card. People were getting excited when he was going to get an inform, and they didn't. EA didn't give this guy an inform. He's a fantastic player to use, so fun to use, and he's so cheap as well. You can partner him up with Koulibaly and other players like that. It's brilliant to use. 80 pace on a card, 86 defending and 83 physical. If I had a Serie A team, I know Manolas would be getting in there. Especially, he's just unreal to use. So fun to play with. I don't think he's make the normal team. I think Bai, Boateng, Ramos are certainly better than Manolas. But if you're going to pick a different card to use and you want to use someone in the Cubs UA, for me, Manolas is brilliant. So definitely go with him. Now, the last position, it was hard to pick. I wanted to pick another striker. And I've been contemplating who has been a really unbelievable striker this year. And this guy has shot everyone. Michy Batshuayi. Now, it was so close between, I think it was him. I can't think now. I can't think. No, I can't think. I'm sorry. If it comes back to me, I certainly will tell you, but I can't think. But it's going to be Batshuayi. I think Matt HD Gaming done a video on this guy and how it's his favourite card, how he's brought the fun back into FIFA. He might get one anyway in the Bundesliga team of the season, but this card would be mental. 92 rated, unreal stats. His finishing apparently is the best thing about him. His composure and his finishing. He literally moved in January and he has been so hyped from then. It's ridiculous. Like, so many people use this card. He dominates me every time I come against him. So, you know, definitely, I'm not very good anyway, so that's not hard. But no, he's outstanding. Definitely Michy Batshuayi for me is the best not one of the best strikers, but Jesus and Mbappe kind of overtake him. So that for me is the FIFA team of the season. This for me are the best players that I have played against in FIFA. Now I may have missed so many. There's been so many good ones. If you guys want to leave some comments on how I've gone wrong and how an idiot I am and how much I've missed, then certainly do that. Slate me. I will favourite the comments in which I think have been the best as well. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button and also subscribe. And I've been Dre, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.